Hey, it's John Buck with Elite Credit Solutions. I'm based in Tampa, Florida, but we do business all across the United States. I want to talk to you today about student loans. I, my daughter is currently going to college. She's 20 years old. She'll be 21 in June. When she was a little girl, we started one of those You Promise accounts. You may have heard of it. Every time you go to the grocery store, you swipe your card, and little by little, it builds up a college fund. So when your child goes to college, they're supposed to have a good chunk of money to go to college for. Well, I had one of those You Promise cards, and this is not meant to. It's a great program, so I'm not knocking down You Promise. Um, we gave the card to uh, my family members, my ex-wife's family members, and every time they went to the grocery store, they swiped that card. So we got everybody involved in it and told them, "Hey, swipe the card every time you go to the store." Well, my in-laws' families oftentimes would go to the most expensive grocery store in the city, so we ran up a pretty penny in groceries through the years. Um, so I checked the balance right before my daughter was going to college when she was 18. So this means we probably had the account for, I don't know, 18 years or 17 years. And we I checked the balance. I had something like 17 cents in the account. I don't know if something got disconnected along the way, or we truthfully did spend 17, 18 years to earn 17 cents. Well, when my daughter came to me right before orientation, she said, "Daddy, Wita told me that you have a big college fund for me, and could I have that to help pay for my college?" So I had to explain to her, almost in a humorous manner, that once she went through orientation, at the end of the orientation, she'd want to buy a Coke or a Pepsi because she'd be thirsty. She might have to borrow about 80 cents to buy that soft drink after orientation. That's the amount of what we accomplished in 17, 18 years in our little You Promise account. We didn't have, like most parents, we didn't have a college fund saved up. Mainly, when we were at that stage with our children, they were coming up with the prepaid college fund, and my ex-wife didn't really want to do it at the time because there was a lot of limitations. You could only go to certain colleges, so we didn't do it. So my child got to 18. Basically, I set her up for failure just like my parents did. Said, you go to college, you're going to fill out these forms, you're going to take out student loans. And the only difference in my speech to my children and my parents to me was I said, when you finish college, you're going to have a pretty big student loan. So if you don't just go to college for the sake of going to college or to get the piece of paper, because I grew up in the era where you just go get a piece of paper. It didn't matter what the degree was, just get a piece of paper. Well, I told my kids, get a degree in something that you're going to be able to pay that student loan off, because at some point you're going to have a huge loan to pay off, and you better make sure you've got a good grades and good job to pay it off. Sadly, I set my children up for failure. Um, I didn't have that huge bank account, so I said, "You're going to have to borrow money just like I did." And, in my head, I'm thinking at some point, hopefully, my career's going good, the business is going good, and I can start helping my daughter to pay off that student loan because it's kind of too late. She's already going to college. So This is one of many reasons why I joined the 50/50 crowdfunding platform. I'm going to not only put myself into a position to make $450 more per week or per day or multiple times per day, and I'm also going to introduce my daughter to it, put her in the program. So as she cycles through the program, I think the high end, if you cycle once on every level within a month, is something like 23,500. I'm not flashing money in the program because ultimately the program is what you put into it. But as for me, there's many reasons why I joined, but that's one of many. I'm not only putting myself into, because I haven't paid my student loans off, I'm putting myself into a position that I can pay some of those long standing debts, and I'm going to teach my daughter how to do the same. So, this is my advice to all parents that have children going to college. Once or twice a year, they get a funding disbursement. And what normally happens is they pay the school off, they pay the books, and they've got a good chunk change left over. I would take that $25 because that's now the bottom cycle in 50/50. I'd take that $25. I'd get involved in 50/50, and I'd start. And that's the only out of pocket. You get a $19 system fee every 6 months. But other than that, you're cycling and you're reinvesting all your profits. In each level, you're making profits. In a nutshell, you deposit $25 to make 75. You deposit 50 to make 150. You deposit 150. So each category, you're going to make 3 times the money that you invested. But there again, your only initial out of pocket is that initial $25 and then $19 for the system. So that's what I'm doing for me. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to teach my daughter to do it. So when she finishes college and she's got some kind of astronomical loan, she'll be in a great position to pay that loan off no matter what happened in college. And then she's not spending the next 30 years paying the student loan off. She can have a nice life. So check it out. I'm going to put my website below. My phone number, if you have any questions, is 813-317-6776. I can help people in 50/50 anywhere in the world, outside of the United States, any country. I can help people with credit repair anywhere in the United States. My number again is 813-317-6776. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to subscribe down below and look forward to seeing you on the next video.